Well, this isn't really weird, but this happened a couple of weeks ago, and I'm surprised it didn't happen before that, but I was voicing Wolverine for a game, for an upcoming game, which I cannot tell you what that was. But, like I said, I'm very physical in the booth, and when I'm doing the claw strikes, I actually do swing my arms. I keep my head perfectly still, but the arms are going like crazy. Well, I caught the flesh between two of my fingers on the metal edge of the stand, and I knocked it all the way across the room. And this thing is a heavy steel stand with a big metal base on it. I knocked it all the way across the room. I didn't even feel it. And it came about that close to going right through a glass door, a double glass door, and that would have been a terrible mess if that had happened. But I was just so surprised I didn't cut myself. Or maybe I did and I healed really fast, I don't know. The other thing that I would say is weird, this is the weird one. When I was doing a lot of anime back in the old days, I was at a studio called Magnitude 8, and they had this, where we did a lot of the really great shows back then with LA Hero and those guys. I don't even remember what the show was, but we were doing a Walla group, which is background voices, filling in action scenes and things. And we had this little tiny booth that's about the size of a large refrigerator. It will comfortably fit one, maybe two people if they're small. We had 5 people in this booth. And we had 4 guys and a girl. And we're in the middle of the scene, and it's some crowd scene or something, and we're all supposed to be screaming, and I'm doing like a voice of an old man. We have to mix it up and do different voices for this thing. So I'm going, ah! This kind of thing. And all of a sudden I feel this finger go up my butt. And so my performance went from, To make matters worse, this little booth had a glass door on the front of it, where we could see our music stand that had the dialogue. I coughed up a big glob of loogie onto this thing, so that was stuck on there dripping down with 5 people in the booth. And as I'm turning around trying to figure out who put the finger up the butt, it turns out it was the director's girlfriend. Awkward. And he was okay with it. I don't know. I think it was him. They'll never admit it, but I think it was him. His name is Kevin Seymour. Don't tell anybody.
Hey, Steve.
Hi.
My question is, as an actor, what do you try to? What's the biggest lesson that you've learned doing small parts? The parts that sometimes it takes a moment for us fans to even realize that you are doing. Well, as an actor, what do you try to take away from that? And also, how was being the announcer for Hudball?
Okay, first things first. I love small parts, as I was saying. I love doing little bit parts, especially ones that I'm not sure if anybody's going to recognize that I go uncredited for. That's always really fun for me. All of us do that, and I think I enjoy it more than most actors, and maybe because I've gotten to do some of the bigger roles too, and some actors haven't gotten to do as many big roles, so they may not like them as much as I do. It's work. I mean, you're coming in there and you're usually doing the stuff that the guys with the lead roles either don't have time to do or don't want to do, because it usually involves screaming and dying or something like that. In fact, Vic Mignogna wrote a song called Soldier A. Have you guys heard that? We have all been Soldier A, and so I don't mind it. I like it. I have no problem with it, and part of that is because there's no commitment to it. I really don't have to worry. I just kind of go in, make up something, and go on to the next thing. So it's easy for me. And as far as being the Hudball announcer, that was pretty fun. That was very unexpected. Those sessions were crazy because we all did 20 voices on that game. So yeah, that was pretty weird. I don't even remember what I did for it because it was in the context of a script that thick. But it was loud. It was pretty loud, right? Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, Steve.
Hi.
In Starscream's voice, out of all the villains, which one's your favorite and why?
Voice, what was that?
Which one's your favorite? Out of all the villains you voiced over, which one's your favorite and why?
Well, if I do it as Starscream, it has to be Starscream. Who else would he give credit to? He doesn't even give credit to his Lord and Master, Megatron. Not kidding. Yes.
Buenas, Steve, from Spain. Just want to say, as an excellent voice actor, I really appreciate your talent. What I really wanted to ask you was, outside of being a terrific voice actor, what other types of